have a match to commentate. It's going to be the run back from winners, FX DFW Sethlon versus TLOC Denti. Keep in mind that Denti got knocked out by Sethlon.
Yeah, that is true. Right
at this tournament.
They do play a lot, so maybe that knowing the player and how their play style works definitely has helped. But
I think that the way that me and Neptune describe it is it's the friend matchup, right?
Yes.
It's more than just understanding Sheik versus Roy, more so about Sethlon versus Denti. Because they've played so much, they understand each other's habits, things like that, and they just somehow just get really insane upsets out of nowhere.
Right, and I was about to extend that comment a little bit more. That's exactly why they have to do, because there's so many like little things that a player will do and just the habits that you can find. And
well, let's see if we can maybe see some mix-ups from both of these players. Game one so far seems to be going a bit in Denti's favor. He's starting off pretty strong, but keep in mind that Sethlon repping a character who hits like Roy definitely can mean a world of hurt for a relatively light character like Sheik.
And on top of that too, Sheik has to find those opportunities where she can capitalize on a throw.
Yes.
And she has the issue sealing the deal. As dominant as we've seen Sheik, most of her kills come from Gimps.
That's true. And that was really smart from Denti. He recognized, hey, you know, I'm probably not going to have the best luck killing off the top just yet, even connecting the up air initially. So he just waits, bides his time, swats him away with that forward air, and pushes him off just far enough to the point where he can't recover.
Yeah, you don't want to, when you have a lead like that, you don't want to take too many risks and put yourself in those scenarios.
Speaking of risks, I don't know how I felt about that grab necessarily. Sethlon was right there ready with a punish. Tried to find the Blazer, but Denti, very nice. He's using the get-up attack, actually, to come out before the Blazer does. He knows that Sethlon's going to use that, act out of it very quickly, and utilize it as a baiting tool.
Oh, nice read. Yeah, like baiting out the short hop, and he's going to kill him from the top. The
Hancock. The Hancock. Oh, man. But here we go.
Very doable. We're getting that damage up with that dancing blade.
Yeah, that double-edged dance netting over 20%. And look at him continue with a second one. We're almost at 40. Game very close. I was going to say, in this stock, I feel like the early game on this stock is going to be heavily in Denti's favor. But it's going to come down to something that you said before, being able to clean your plate, finishing off those stocks. That's where Denti's going to struggle, and that's where Sethlon might actually have an opportunity to capitalize.
Yes.
Because all Sethlon needs is one good read at that point. If he can nail like one F smash around, I'd say 90%, then he should be good.
Yeah, and that's just how characters are. Sometimes they can be like Donkey Kong is one of those characters that he may get beat up a few times, but he just needs one or two really solid hits and he's back in it.
Ooh, and Sethlon trying to go for it that time, doesn't find it. Denti once again trying to intercept with the fair, understanding how efficient it was last time. Up air? Ooh. Not quite yet. Sethlon, his rage is growing, which means that he's going to be able to hit even harder.
Catches him again with that.
Yeah.
So that'll be game one right now. Denti looking pretty on point with his follow-ups.
Yeah, and he didn't. I like the fact that he was unyielding, right? Like, normally speaking, okay, this up air didn't work, so let me go for maybe a vanish next time or something like that, right?
Yes.
That time it was the reverse for Sethlon. Sethlon was thinking, okay, he knows that he was able to connect with one up air, right? And he's probably expecting an air dodge. So instead, I'm not going to give him the air dodge. He's going to go for the vanish, and then I'll be okay.
Yeah, no, Sheik has those tools to play around with when it comes to follow-ups from her down throw, which that goes a long way for her getting kills too. It's just a matter of mixing up your DI if you want to avoid that.
Even though it is just like a 50-50, it's still very interesting from a mental standpoint. It's the little interactions that happen whenever they're at that percent. But here we go, game 2 on Lilat. This is my least favorite legal stage, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's not the most popular. The best part about this stage in this game is it's not broken like it was in vanilla.
Yeah, that is nice. That is nice. And the music is great. The music is great. It's a beautiful background, but I don't know, the tilts, playing a character like Ganondorf, sometimes I get caught underneath whenever it tilts, and that can be awkward and annoying.
Yeah, no, it's for sure not the most well accepted, but
Do moves still get canceled by tilts in this version, or?
No, that was
That
been
was
patched
vanilla.
out.
Right. Okay. Well, that's one less thing they have to worry about for sure. Whoa.
Ooh, nice.
That's going to be, just kidding. The magnet hands coming in clutch. Sethlon getting that
might
grab.
have been the tilt, too.
That's true. That's true. It was closer to him.
Like,
but, ooh.
Touched him with the sweet spot up there, and or up smash. I apologize.
That was a nasty up smash. But
oh,
whoa, no! That was a disgusting forward smash. Are you kidding me? That was
unbelievable.
That was gross. Mango-esque tech chasing with an F smash. I love it. I love it so much. But here we go. Last stock scenario. Sethlon on his tournament life right now. Can he hold on? Are we going to game 3, or is this where the upset train ends? Sethlon, I believe the last tournament he got something like 7th place. And at worst, he's going home at 4th. But let's see if we can maybe get at least 3rd.
Yeah, you definitely want to strive for better. It's, I improved from last week, but let's see how far I can go.
Exactly. But I don't know. Denti's playing pretty on point. Nice weave back from Sethlon. He's catching on to Denti, being very aggressive anytime he has Sethlon off stage with those aerials. So he's just fading back slightly to avoid that presence. Denti getting the grab. Forward air follows up. Nice needles to push him off even further. He's going to use that up E, snap back to the ledge. But how is he going to get around the hands of Denti? Up air. Not going to be enough, but it's getting so dire for Sethlon at this point.
Something I've noticed with Sethlon, he's getting a little desperate with shield. Actually, that's going to do it.
Yeah, I didn't agree with that up B. I think that may have even been a technical error.
For the dancing blade.
Yeah, but even still, from that standpoint, what could he do with the dancing blade from up there? Like, he would just be caught on the platform.
Well, he could falling down dancing blade.
That's true, and maybe he didn't quite find the fall down, and just a series of missteps.
Something I will do if I throw out forward smash on a platform, I'm trying to
do a fair
under the platform. Yeah. Mainly back air because it's so long, but you get the idea. It's most likely a technical error.
Very true.
But very solid 4th place, all in all, for Sethlon tonight.
Very solid. Very solid.